Israel, we're the ISUPK, started out in the West District, all of New York, under command of 1969, we're bringing up the truth according to the Bible, 12 lost tribes of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and North American Indians. Before we get into tonight's class, we got to do announcements. We have class here every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, 5261 Deadmar Boulevard, Suite 8. Call in, can't make it. 712-832-8330 or 425-436-6260. Access code PIN for that, 825-1636. Every Sunday, Crawford Sport Radio, hosted by Captain 10,000 of Baltimore, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Call that 712-832-8330. Access code that 9101409. Tonight's law class is all about keeping God's laws. You understand? Obeying God's laws is essential for Black and Hispanic salvation. So we are the ones who salvation is for. Promise, the blessing. Can't forget about the curses if you disobey the Most High. Understand? Those curses are in effect today. That's why we don't know who we are. That's why we don't know who to turn to. That's why we are destroyed. Understand? Most High has laws for his people. Right? We ain't supposed to be doing what we see other nations people doing. They don't know his law. They weren't given his law. So how would they know it? Understand? We are that special chosen people. Why we destroyed. That's why we don't know who we are. Man, we'll go to Amos chapter 3. See what the Lord said about his people. That the Christian church teaches God loves everybody. That ain't everybody. Most High is very possessive over his people. You know what I'm saying? Before we get to the name, let's go to Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. The Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians live in ghettos, barrios, reservations. So our leadership failed. Our leaders, step in the flexion, shucking and jiving Negroes, man, sell us out, so-called white man every damn day. And they like, we get extorted every day. They depend, we get hustled. And we're going to go to Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. That thou shalt be no priest to me, saying thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children. He said his people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You don't know good and bad. You don't know evil and righteousness. You don't know nothing. You have no knowledge. If you don't have knowledge, you are a fool. If you don't have wisdom, you're not wise. I mean, you're silly. You understand? Because thou hast rejected knowledge, law, statutes, and commandments. That's the knowledge. If you don't have a moral compass to operate from, you don't have a constitution to abide by, you're going to be a damn loose out here. You know? You're going to be like these heathen out here, man. They got a constitution in effect. They don't follow that. You understand? They don't do nothing that's written in their constitution, even though it benefits them. That's the crazy part. This is our constitution. Most High is not going to allow us to rule the earth like the so-called white man did. Rape, rob, murder everybody, steal resources, steal people's identity, culture, and claim it as his own. No, Most High gave us an identity. This in his Bible. You understand? He said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. There's only one race of people who don't know where the hell they come from, who they are. Man. You understand? This captivity has been a number of them. This captivity has tried to completely wipe out our identity, our history, everything. You know what? You cannot destroy what is of the Lord. 1969, ISUPK under Commander General YAHANNA, we're going to hold on to history. This truth worth dying for. Put your life on the line for the truth. You understand? You need to, our people in the world, they need to see mighty men stand up for what's right. Because that's what's right. Holding white people accountable for all the wrong that they did, man, taking advantage of us, man. They got to pay for it. Everybody believe in the Bible until you say the white man going to slave. Everybody believe in justice until you talk about white people reaping what they sow. White people love talking about how they didn't have slaves. You an accessory to it, dummy. You an accessory to it. If someone, Lord forbid, someone go rob a bank and you inherit that money, you an accessory to that crime. You an accessory after the fact. But guess what? The devil just walking this earth today on the bones of our Hispanic and Native Indian brothers, man. You're an accessory to it. So guess what? You gonna get judged. Your forefathers is already dead and gone. But guess what? You are your forefather. You are your foremother. That's why you got to pay. It's like we paying today. You understand? Killing with I never had slaves. I never sold anybody. Yeah, but you inherited stolen goods, dummy. You understand? You ain't escaping this day, and that's biblical, man. The white man is a fugitive. You know, he gonna try to get wiggle his way out of every damn judgment he can. That's biblical, right? These people are devils. We were never meant to join these people. That's why the Most High put a difference between them and all other nations. These people ain't our damn people. They know that. That's why they destroy you. You got, as a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you got to ask yourself, all the wrong that white people have done to us, why the hell should we love them? Why the hell do they talk about they love them? That's an assault. That's an insult on your intelligence, man. They raped, robbed, murdered us. Made shoes, made clothes out of us, man, hung us from trees, put it on damn postcards, had us working for free, cheap labor, and we supposed to love these people, man. That's what we supposed to do. Why? Look, man, we need to love each other. That's the only way we can get out of this condition. That's what the Most High, that was its intentions of punishing us, make us remember who we were before the punishment. Who were we prior to colonization? It's in this Bible. That's why tonight's walk class is so important. It's imperative that we stick together. You got to have a moral compass to operate from in order to do that. I'm not saying it's not going to be conflict with the nation, right? Hell, even the police, law enforcement, they have internal affairs. You understand? You don't run into some problems. But guess what? You seek counsel, man. You seek counsel from the men above you. Don't be weak and lead this truth, man. You stay strong. You stay rooted in this truth. We got brothers all over, man. We got schools everywhere. UK, Jamaica, Trinidad, Tobago, Dominican Republic, Haiti. They got the Apostolic over there doing work of the Lord, man. Over there, breaking up our people. All 12 tribes got to unite. Blacks, Hispanics, North American, Native Indians, we make up the 12 tribes. Sure. This is our book, man. This is our history book. Because what we got to do, we got to do what our ancestors did. We got to learn from the wrong that they did. When they was doing right, that's what we got to do today to get out of this condition, man. That's important to our salvation. We got to do what God said. Why would God in his right mind, his just mind, come back and save us if we ain't doing what we say do? We got to obey him, man. The Christian church tell you can't do it. You can't keep God's law. God's law is done away with. How the hell we going to get salvation if we can't prove we love God, which is to keep the commandments? Let's go to Amos chapter 3, verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Let these other nations eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. This ain't our kingdom. There's a lot of vices out here to try to get you to sin against the Most High. You ain't supposed to be partaking in it. You understand? It's all types of drugs, all manner of iniquity out here in this world. That don't mean you do it. Let them do that. They're an example of what not to be. The example of what you need to be is in this Bible. Black, Latino, Native Indian, you need to keep God's law. He gave you his laws for a reason. You understand? Let's read verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? That's why we can't join together. We ain't on the same accord. We are not on the same accord. You know why? Because we ain't keeping God's law. God's laws is our moral compass. God's laws is our constitution. We ain't gonna be able to rule the earth following the white man's laws, statutes, and his constitution. It ain't gonna happen. His laws weren't even made for you. How the hell can all men be created equal? That was written in 1776. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians was damn slaves. We was on a plantation. That wasn't meant for us. The same way this ain't meant for us. God so loved the world, you don't mean the planet Earth. Are you out of your mind? Why? If God is a man of war, why in the hell does he love the fact that the LGBT community has a voice? He destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah for all the iniquity that they were doing, man. You think God would just love a damn homosexual, lesbian, transformer? You understand? That ain't how the Most High operates, man. You can't be a man of war and be a damn sissy. It ain't gonna happen like that. Man up. That's what you required to do for Black, Hispanic, North American, Native Indian. Problem is, you operate from the so-called white man constitution. His constitution say a man can be with a damn man. That's insane. How the hell you gonna be a warrior and you have the same sex marriage? You're going against everything God told us to do. He said be fruitful and multiply. Man and a woman. How the hell you gonna be fruitful and multiply? You have the same sex marriage, dummy. Well, the white man so damn wicked, he allowed these lesbians and these gay couples to adopt children, man. So now our children grow up being damn destroyed because they think it's okay to be gay. The white man who's your daddy, he says, okay, so you gonna do it. No, you do what God say do, man. The Lord said that's an abomination, man. That's something disgusting, hateful. Marriage ain't supposed to be with a damn man. How the hell you gonna make babies, populate the earth? You pro-life, but you ain't trying to procreate. You ain't trying to bring life into this world. Christians damn hypocrites, man. That's why we destroyed Christianity. Drunk on Christianity. That ain't gonna fix us. If Christianity was the answer, we would have been fixed a long damn time ago. So the Lord never intended for us to be like these other nations. Let them be disgusted and 50 and 5. We should be frowned upon that nonsense, man. The grass ain't green on the other side. I can assure you of that. This right here, this is what's going to put us on top. This book right here is about black and brown supremacy. Yeah, the other nations are mentioned in here. We've been, you know what I'm saying, fighting against them. It ain't nothing new. They teach you how to not choose their ways. Scripture say, if he not thou oppressor, choose none of his ways. That means don't choose his holidays, don't choose his women, don't choose his drugs. You understand? Don't choose his religion. Choose none of his ways. Right? That's how you be separate in this society. That's how we be separate in this society. Right? If we doing it in ISUPK, the commander during YAHANNA, we don't break God's laws over here. You understand? You got to endure this filthy, wicked world, man. When you come into the truth, man, you gonna get a totally different perspective of life. On hell on earth right now. We in hell right now. But that don't mean you can't keep God's law. That don't mean you can't keep God's law. He always intended for his people to do what the hell he said to do. That's why he say my people. If his people was all people, he wouldn't say my people. I mean, just let that sink in. He said my people. My people. Not all people. Possessive. The Christian church tell you that God loves everybody. That's contrary to what's in his book. That ain't in his Bible. God does not love everybody. See this, let's see what Zephaniah 2:1 reads. Like Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. When you gathering something, you're assembling something. Man. When we go out in these streets and teach class, man, and doing the work of the Lord, we gather blacks, Hispanics, and North American Native Indians. We hate it. We in the ghettos, barrios, and reservations, man. That's that nation not desired. People that are oppressed in this damn place. America is at war with China right now. Why they ain't deporting to China? It's like the Chinese. Why they ain't deporting them? They deporting our ISUPK brothers, man. The ones who built this damn this stinking kingdom. Why the hell you getting rid of your workers, dummy? Who gonna continue to work? You know, white people lazy. Yeah, they don't want to do no work. They gonna tell you to work though. You know what I'm saying? We ain't supposed to be like these people, man. We are set apart for a reason. We better than them. Yeah, I said it. We better than them. The Lord said it. Set above all people. That ain't equality. Equality ain't about trying to be like everybody get a first take off. Equality is about somebody's in rulership, somebody's not. Most High is about supremacy. He's a man of war. You understand? We're gonna go to let's see what the Lord said about this nation not desired. Let's go to Isaiah 56:8. There's one thing about this Christian church, man, they don't know this Bible. They do not know this Bible. They too busy stepping and fetching for master. They love master dirty draw. You understand? We call the white man devil to his face. We don't fear death and hurt. That ain't how we get down. That ain't what Commander YAHANNA raised up. We soldiers up in here. We're the die for our people. Your Christian pastor, when COVID hit, he shut his doors on. Still wanted you to send him tithes, though, and hit his cash out. He still wanted you to do that, though. You understand? You're going to see what the Lord said. Isaiah chapter 56 and verse 8. The Lord God, which gathered the outcasts of Israel, saying, yet I will gather others to him, beside those that are gathered unto him. We are that nation I desire, Israel. Hear what the Lord said. That's that nation I desire. That's why we got to keep God's law. If you love the Most High, you do what He say do. Why is that so difficult? You know why? Because your spiritual father is the so-called white man who's ruling the earth right now. He's in power. He's in a position of power and authority right now. That's why you feel like you can't keep God's law. The Most High is punishing us because He only knows. Let's go to Psalms 147 and 19. The Most High said. Good. One thing about this Bible, man, it forces you to face yourself. You ain't getting away from God's judgment. You forget about it. You ain't gonna outrun that. You know how you can't outrun the bullet? You ain't gonna outrun God's laws. It ain't gonna happen. You Black, Hispanic, North American, Native Indian, you need to fight tooth and nail to get in this truth, man. It's going down. I'm telling you. Babylon is falling. Biblical prophecy. The Lord don't give a damn about how you feel. Biblical prophecy will be fulfilled. Same way Christ left the earth, He's gonna come back. He ain't coming back how you think. He coming back in the middle of that third world war. It's already happened. We already been in the Cold War. You understand? We already been in it. Now it's time for them to start, doing what they do. And let the heathen rage. Go ahead. What you need to be doing is making your election sure by getting this truth, keeping God's law. That's what you need to be doing. You don't need to be getting white people business. You understand? You don't need to be joining their wars for what? We did that already. We haven't benefited from nothing. Black people have invented every damn thing in this stinky country. We don't get the benefit from none of it. That's extortion, man. Do the work and you don't get paid. How long are we going to keep being a so-called hope for the white man? He ain't going to love you. He's a warmonger. It ain't going to happen. The Most High intended for Black, Hispanics, North American Indians to run the earth. How are we going to do that if we choose our present way? How are we going to do that? Go to the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He shewed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He had not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. You see what God said? God's constitution was only given to Blacks, Hispanics, North American Native Indians. He didn't give it to everybody. Just like the white man say, all men created equal, but he had slaves when that stuff was established. This is what God said, man. He ain't dealt with any other nation. So they don't know his laws, statutes, and commandments, but we do. We do. The only living God on this earth, man, who created the earth, the only living God that can get us out of this condition, we disobey him. But you won't change in your life. How does that work? The Most High said you got to obey his voice. Keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. The only way that you're going to be able to get out of this condition. You understand? The white man telling you can abort your damn baby. He trying to control the population on earth. How in the hell is we going to grow this nation if our women are aborting our baby? You can't speak on black crime if you out here doing that. No, you need to change your ways, man. That's what Christ died for. You stop sinning. That's a sin, man. How we going to grow as a people? They want to talk about gang violence, no sweat. Let's talk about abortion as well, though. They go hand in hand. Let's talk about all the dietary laws we're not keeping. White man say you can eat all meat. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to do what the daddy said. You're going to do what the white man said. The white man says it's okay. You're going to do what daddy said. Do what the Lord said. The white man don't listen to the Most High. He listens to Satan all day, every day. That's all he listens to. That's why he is who he is. And that's why you shouldn't be choosing this way. When we disobey the Most High, we die. Like we get unalive. Spiritually, man, we die. If you don't have a moral compass to operate from, if you don't know your heritage and your culture, you don't have an identity. We walking around lifeless because we don't know who the hell we are. We trying to love the people who took that from us. What the hell systems that made? The Jewish people took slack. They still locking up Nazi soldiers to this day. What they did to them Jewish devils, they're still locking them up. When are we going to receive justice for all the wrong that was done to us? When are we going to get back? The Most High said you got to obey Him in order to receive that. That's what you got to do. You got to humble yourself, get in His truth, follow these ranks, and keep His laws, statutes, and commandments. The only way you're going to get out of this condition, man, biblical. If He ain't dealt so with any other nation, why in the hell are we trying to deal with it? What sense does that make? It don't make no sense to do that, man. It makes zero sense to do that. You understand? Let's go to Proverbs 3:31 before we get into this law. You understand? King Solomon said about the oppressor. And you ain't gonna be able to rule the earth trying to be like him. His laws wasn't meant for you to be equal to them. Slave master. That's how the white man set his government up. Blacks, Hispanics, North American, Native Indians, you were never fit to rule in this society. This is your punishment. Why the hell would the white man want to rule with you when he enslaved you? Use your brain, man. Stop being so damn scared of everything, bro. Get some zeal, man. If you're a black, Hispanic, North American, Native Indian, man, we can be in this truth. We'll show you how to be a man. That's what we gonna do. That's what we do in this truth. You understand? We raise mighty men up here. Mighty men. What's your excuse for not coming in here? Oh, the white man, God said the white man said you can do certain things. What do God say? We keep God's laws up here. We don't break God's laws. Why would we want to break God's laws if He's the only person who could get us out of this condition? Getting us out of this condition, guess what? It comes with terms, man. Everybody want to talk about the covenant. Part of that covenant is keeping His law. You ain't gonna rule the earth trying to follow the white man constitution. This constitution is to keep you out. It's to keep you a slave. He wants you oppressed, because as long as you're oppressed and in that low state, he's on top and in authority and rulership. The white man is all about supremacy. That's why he is who he is. Go to us to rule the earth, man. You gotta get rid of all the garbage that white people have been instilling in us since we got off the damn slave ship. Only way you can know the truth, man. You so full of lies and deceit, you ain't got you don't want to process the fact that you're a slave. White man is the devil, and Christ is the nigga that only died for blacks, Hispanics, North American, Native Indians. That's a tough pill to swallow. You know what I'm saying? Your whole life you've been told this devil, Caesar Borgia, he's Christ. It's difficult to charge white people for all the crime that they did, but the man who's supposed to come back and crack the sky, save everybody, looks like them. That's why they whitewash Christ. Because there was all about that. You understand? White man is the devil, the Bible speaks to us. He don't have a damn culture in history. He's a vagabond. He go from place to place because he ain't got nowhere to go. That's his mark. His red skin is his mark. What does red mean? Stop. No, do not enter. You know what I'm saying? Leave those people the hell alone, man. Everything was wrong with her. Damn trees can't even grow without them cutting everything down. Animals in the ocean can't have their ecosystem thrive because he polluted the damn water. He's a walking virus, man. A damn parasite. Why the hell are you trying to join these people who hate you? You want to know why? Why Jesus is on your mind. If you get that, if you get on your knees and pray, if you think about the Bible and Christ, you think about that white boy. Of course, every white person you see walking the earth today, you just forgive and forget. You need to do that to your own people. You need to forgive and forget for your own. That's what you need to do. Like Christ said, man, you forgive tenfold. That's like prayer, praise, solution. That's who needs forgiveness, man. Our own people. And you shouldn't be forgiving the people who still damn doing the wrong. What the hell sense does that make? That's why you believe you can Christ died for you to keep sinning, dummy. Go to Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31, man. Envy not thou oppressor to none of his ways. What's his ways? His religion, his custom, his way of life. You understand? His constitution. You know what I mean? Listen, following God's laws trumps the laws of this land, the U.S. Constitution. God's Constitution is going to have us in power. White man don't want you in power. That's why his laws don't benefit you. His Constitution don't benefit. You know what it is, man? White people are innocent to proven guilty. We are guilty to proven innocent. You understand? The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. He's the devil the Bible speaks of. His laws were never meant to benefit you. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. But guess what? God's laws weren't meant to benefit him. Why the hell would the white man follow? And that's another thing, Christians. So Christians in the world, right? They don't go to church, they don't believe in the Bible. It's a white man's book. Why the hell would the white man prophesy his own destruction? Why would he do that? Why would he prophesy his own destruction? It don't make sense. This book is about black and brown supremacy. You understand? And Commander YAHANNA just did a lecture on pornography and video games. He said something so good. He said, "You're a soldier, right? You're a soldier. There's gonna be all kind of forces come to take you out, try to take you out. You gotta endure that. How do we fight oppression? Brotherhood. Keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments. That's how we do that. Brotherhood. It don't exist outside the UPK. You want to know how I know? We was all in the world once before. Your family in the world hurt you, man. They did you wrong. The UPK, this is your new family. What did Christ say? He that do the will of my Father, that is my brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Prayer. That's what we need to be doing. We need to get more like Christ. Christians love talking about what did Jesus do. Jesus ain't joining the damn oppressor. That's what Jesus. That's what he ain't gonna do. Jesus is gonna keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments. You know the same thing. Your pastor, your reverend, deacon, whatever he is telling you can't do. So that alone let you know he ain't walking with Christ. You understand? Modern day scribes, Pharisees, and Sadducees, man, sell out. You know what I'm saying? They listen. Our leaders today represent everything that's wrong with us. We represent everything that's wrong with us today, man. They sell us out every chance they get. Every chance they get. Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Like, yeah, chapter 12, verse 13. Because in this society, man, the so-called white man, he put us in this position to have this crab in the barrel bucket mentality. You know what I'm saying? The only way to get out is to be like him. You know what I'm saying? All the while he's stereotyping. He's the greatest thug that ever walked the earth. He's the original bitch. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing of them people do is special. You want to know why you think white people so got it made? Is because they have rulership. You're living under white supremacy. You're a slave, they're a slave master. That's why you think, who is this? She's like, yeah, get her a cap.
Come on, number brother. What?
It's I don't know who this is. I think it's the brother in the comment. Did a keyboard warrior. It might just have to put. I don't know.
Hold on. What comment you talking about?
Evan Ellison.
Yeah, that's a brother. He tuning in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, ain't no sweat.
Yeah, the so-called white man is the devil about it.
Yeah, keep dropping it out.
Come, sir. He ain't equipped to rule the earth. You want to know how I know the damn trees can't even grow in peace? You know what I'm saying? He destroying life everywhere, man. Trying to destroy your life. White man is all about war. He won't mass genocide. You understand? You want to know how I know? Look what he did to the Native Indians. That devil Andrew Jackson, man, he killed babies because they was throwing up the damn line. You know how evil that is? Here you go march a slave. Women just have babies. You know, a woman is pregnant, man. She just had a damn baby. She pushed the baby out. Here you go killing the baby to make her walk fast. Why is the devil, man? And you mean to tell me you supposed to join these people? Hell, man, listen. Let's get to it. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. So your Christian pastor teaching you that God's laws are done away with. The Most High just said, fear God, fear him, and keep his commandments. Who's a liar? You know the Most High. Let's just do a process of elimination. Lie. One man is telling you can't keep his law. Keep God's laws. Lie. The Most High said you can keep my law. You must keep my law. This is the whole purpose why you're on this earth. The white man is the devil, the Bible speaks of. Your Christian pastor ain't nothing but a stepping and fetching Negro that love chucking and jiving for master. That's all he is. That's all he is. We were never meant to rule with these people. You can't. We've been fighting Salaki. Jacob was fighting Esau in the womb. What the Lord said, two nations are in our womb, two men and people shall be separated. We were never meant to be living ruling amongst these people, man. No. Guess what? Christ's return, we're going to be ruling over them. Ain't no equality. Equality is an illusion. This book is about supremacy. You understand? You got to be a warrior in the truth, man. That's the only way we can fix and build this nation. You need strong and mighty warriors, man. You can't be a damn sissy and think you're going to rule the earth. That ain't how that works. It's not how that works. All right, we get a couple more scriptures about this LGBTQ community because white man say you can be a filthy homosexual. What the white man say? You know, you can do that. But let's see what God said about that, man. Because God's laws, statutes, and commandments, his constitution, it trumps this society, man. Who runs this society? So-called white man. Go to Leviticus 20 and 13. You understand? Because this must come to a halt. We ain't supposed to be like that. If the white man want to be a filthy homosexual, go ahead. Let him do it. That don't mean we do it. No. Absolutely not. Most High told us to be fruitful and multiply. How the hell we going to do that if we have the same sex marriage? Like, don't make sense. That's how you know white man is everything against God. You understand? This Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them, man. Why you are getting AIDS, man? God hates that. You a homosexual, a lesbian, man. Like you black, Hispanic, North American, any and you those things. Let me rephrase it. The heathen can do what they want to do. It's their king. All right. When we rule the earth, there ain't gonna be none of that. Gonna be none of that. Read again from the top. Leviticus 20 and 13. A man also lie with mankind, as he lies with a woman. Both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Not might be put to death. You gonna be put to death. The Most High is gonna unalive you, man. This is why we don't need to be doing what they do. Listen, man, it's so destructive to see our people and them damn operators that's like, what are you doing? Like the white man got you so far gone that you get further and further away from the Most High. Why? Because he chooses his way. Yeah, choosing his way. Most High just told us in Psalms 147, he ain't dealt with any other nation. Therefore, he don't know they judge. Listen, you getting put to death for being a homosexual, that's judgment from the Most High. It's right because Most High is just. He told us to be fruitful and multiply. Why in the hell are you, if you a man, land with a damn man? You're going against God. You're going against God, man. He's supposed to be doing it. You're going to be put to death. We just read it. Stop sinning against the Most High. You ain't going to win that fight. It's not going to happen. You want to know why the white man can do those things? Because he don't know these laws that it wasn't given to him. This ain't his inheritance. You understand? We ain't supposed to be doing what these devils do, man. These people ain't our people. All people are not created equal. Let's get into the Apocrypha of Ecclesiastes, because chapter 1, verse 14. Because if you ain't got wisdom, man, you a damn fool out here. You don't know right from wrong. You don't know right from wrong. Yeah, you don't know your left foot from your right foot. You so far gone, trying to be like these heathen that you develop a self-hatred towards your own. That's why we in the condition we in. You don't prefer one another. You got to value the Lord's chosen people, man. You one of them. If you Black, Latino, Native American, Native Indian, man, you are God's chosen seed. He made all the families of the earth. You read it, Amos, but he punishing us because only us have he known. Only us have he known. That's why the Most High put us in captivity. Not just to make us remember, but to also show us, man, this is why you don't do this. This is why. It's punishment. You're supposed to get a lesson in your punishment. That's what you're supposed to do. He's supposed to be looking at it like, oh, God hate me and never forgive me. No, man, the Most High is just, he's long suffering. You gotta prove that you're worthy of salvation. You gotta prove that you're worthy of getting saved out of this wicked world. How you gonna prove it if you're going to oppress you? It don't work like that. Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 14. For the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. It was created with the faithful womb. Who's that faithful in the womb, man? It's us. Hispanics, North American, Native Indian. That's the beginning of wisdom. Fear him. You fear your father, you do what your father say do. You understand? That's what you do. That's why he's punishing us, because we're not doing it. We're being disobedient. When you obey God, you live, you prosper. You disobey God, oh, good night. You don't listen, man. You in the world, you might think death is better than what you're going through because you're in hell. Don't be a coward. You stay strong and you fight the demons. That's what you do. I'm talking to every Black, Hispanic, North American, Native Indian. You fight your demons. That's what you do. Come to class, seek counsel, ask questions. No such thing as a stupid question. You understand? Now some brothers might be a little ignorant at times, but no such thing as a stupid question. No such thing. We understand that you're unlearned. All these things that we've been taught has been lies. So when you come into this truth, you know what I'm saying? It's a tough pill to swallow that. Everything I've been taught was a lie. Christ is black. God does not love everybody. God actually hates the people. Not for what they look like, but for what they do. Right? The Most High hates the sin and the sinner. We gonna get that. Because Christians love talking about God don't hate the sinner, he hates the sin. If you're a damn criminal, so it's like if you commit a crime, aren't you labeled a criminal in this society? The crime is an act, right? So the person doing the crime is a criminal. You act upon that wickedness, man, that iniquity. That's what you did. That's what you did. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 16. Let's go back into the Apocrypha. See, the white man, the devil, he tried to get rid of God's word. You can't destroy it with the Lord. So the Apocrypha, hidden books. You know what I'm saying? You can't destroy it with the Lord. Man, YAHANNA been holding it down, man. ISUPK, man, YAHANNA, the reason why you got all your scripture breakdown. When you go to church, you ain't gonna get no proper breakdown. You ain't. You can pastor the sissy, damn pedophile, trying to sleep with everything and everybody. Teaching you can't keep God's laws. Why are you? What are we doing in your temple, man? What are we doing in there if we can't learn God's laws? We just read Ecclesiastes 12:13. It's the whole duty of man to keep his laws. You telling me I can't keep his laws? I mean, you ain't the man of God then. You just cut yourself. That's how you don't know this Bible. Lead this Bible to the real men of the Lord. We doing the work of the Lord, man. We go out there and teach. We have camp. We teach class. You understand? When we give counsel, we doing the work of the Lord. Lead this Bible to us. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta follow these ranks and be humble and become an officer in order to teach. You can't give yourself to all this then Yehuda, Israel, all this nonsense. That ain't how that works. The Most High gotta choose you. You don't choose the truth. The Most High chooses you. You understand? Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 6. But the Most High hated sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. You understand? He hates sin and sinners. What he hates, man? What is sin? Transgression of the law. What sin is, right? So if you break the law, you are a sinner. As I just brought out. If you commit a crime, you're considered a criminal. You get judged. What? Some brothers and sisters get put to death. You know what I'm saying? Lethal injection, electrocution. Some brothers go to jail for the rest of their life. You understand? You commit sin against God, guess what? You will have to go through these curses, man. That's what you're going to have to do. Because the Most High is a just man. He's a man of war. Man of war is not about to just let you sin and you think you're going to hunt. That ain't how the Most High get down. Not how you get down. Why he said in Amos, he's punishing us because of what we've been doing. What we've been doing? Trying to learn the ways of the heathen, sinning. They don't know the Most High law. So they listen, man. We're not in rulership just yet. Not just yet, not quite. All right? What we need to be doing is establishing the Most High kingdom of heaven on earth. Establishing his government. Need law, need morals. You understand? Need a constitution. That's in this Bible. This is our constitution. I know it's tough holding this Bible up, got God's law. That's what you got to do through Black, Hispanic, North American, Native Indian, man. You got to endure. All the BS you thought you knew, you understand? You need to get rid of that. Ain't no such thing as free will. If he's punishing us for the wrong we doing, that ain't free will. Now, you do have a choice. I advise you to choose wisely. You understand? And it's really not an ultimatum. You say you live, keep my commandments, die, don't. We just read in Leviticus, man, how man sleeping with a man, you're going to be surely be put to death. That's going to happen. But you get AIDS, Black, Hispanic, North American, Native Indian, man, you don't need to be doing that. You need to be keeping God's law. The only way we get out of this condition, man, you can't be talking all this pro-Black stuff and you ain't trying to keep God's laws, man. What are you going to do to make your election sure? You got to keep these commandments. Tell you, listen, going up against the Most High, that's a battle you ain't going to win it. Ain't gonna win it. So why not just do what he said? And when you do what he say, he bless you. He bless you. Like it's not difficult. Problem is the world is so wicked, you think you can never come up out of it. Like when the scriptures say, come out of her, my people, it ain't talking about going back to Africa to Israel. It's simply saying stop following the ways of this land. He ain't telling you to break no laws. White man said you can be a homosexual. God said don't do it. White man said you can eat all meat. God gave you meat to eat. You understand? The white man said you can smoke anything, get high, marijuana, cocaine, whatever. Once I say he made medicine. How are you getting healed by inhaling smoke? It doesn't make any sense, man. Herbs, like what do they call it? The CBD drops and stuff like that. Yeah, you ain't supposed to be inhaling no smoke. Smoking marijuana, smoking cannabis. That ain't healing you. That's furthermore destroying you. Statistics show you get older when you smoke. You know, every puff you take, you get older. You shortening your lifespan. The white man said you can do it. You gonna listen to him, huh? You gonna listen to the man who gonna be there destroyed when Christ returns. I'm gonna listen to the priests and prophets and I who kept this man because I want everlasting life. I want my people to have everlasting life. We gotta lead by example. That's what we do. We fight demons every day. We got regular jobs. We slave. You understand? We dealing with external factors. But guess what? We still make the flag. Still pay our tithes. We got camp fees. We do the work of the Lord. No cowards. No excuses. That's you Negroes' problem, man. You got too many damn excuses. Get it done. Get it done. You get up and go to work every day. Have that same work ethic you got to go slave for the oppressor. Put that same work ethic in this truth. Don't be slothful, man. This truth is gold. You understand? I understand we oppressed in this place, and you think we gonna get out of this condition. It's a certain way that we get up out of it. It's a certain way to receive salvation. It ain't gonna come at the hands of the man who enslaved you. In UPK, we got a saying: those who enslaved you were not saved. Jewish people weren't praying to the Nazis to save them. They damn enslaved. Like, what sense does that make? But we've become so drunk on Christianity, we think Christ loved everybody, God loved everybody, right? And that he so loved the world. Why the hell would the Most High love this world? And it's full of iniquity. You understand? It's ran by people who are not fit and equipped to be an authority. We're meant to do that, but we got to keep God's laws. We got to follow His constitution, not the white man, the Most High's constitution. The only way we can get out of this condition, man. We're going to Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 26. See what God said, man, because one thing about this Bible, man, it's going to force you to face yourself. You're going to have to, it's a truth sermon eventually. You're going to get a reality check when you read the Bible. That's for sure. I can assure you that. You understand? Because God's laws, man, nothing to play with. You uphold the truth, man. Stay strong. Christ did it. You can do it. He was a mortal man that walked this earth. Like, he is a mortal man that walked this earth. You understand? His disciples were warriors. Peter cut a devil ear off of trying to apprehend Christ. You understand? You got to be surgical with this sport to do that. He could have cut anything else in the process of cutting that ear off. Just cut that ear off. LGBTQ participator ain't gonna be able to do nothing like that. You too busy doing. I don't even want to talk about it. Like, look, be a man. All right? I'm acting like a woman. That jacket don't fit you, black man. Hispanic North American Indian man. Let the white man be a sissy. That's good for him. Let him do that. This is his kingdom. If you want to be a homosexual, and other nations of women want to be lesbians, go ahead. Our people are not meant to be doing it. We're holy people, set apart. How the hell are you holy trying to do what they do? We set apart, you're trying to join them. Join the Most High. Join the ISUPK community. That's what you need to be doing. You're going to join some, join this. And join this truth. That's what warriors do. That's what righteous sisters. That's where they come to learn how to be virtuous women. You Christian women, something else. Boy, y'all love talking about being a virtuous woman in Proverbs. You don't even listen to your damn man. You're trying to rule over your man. You're going against God. Most High said, word of the household is Most High, himself, Christ, and women, children. You trying to rule over your man. You being like Eve in that Garden of Eve, man. You're being naive. That's what you're being. The man, you're supposed to be adamant. You're supposed to be firm, not easily influenced. You understand? Get some zeal about yourself. I understand this place doing a good job of trying to break you down spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Everybody oppressing you. You in the world, the damn the woman oppressing you, the kids oppressing you. The white man, he loves people to put on your neck. You know what I'm saying? There's a way you get out of this condition, man. You gotta obey God. You gotta obey God, man. We're gonna go to Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 26. This is Moses talking. Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. 27. A blessing if you obey the Lord. Like a blessing if you obey the commandments of the Lord your God. I command you this day. And a curse if you will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God. But turn aside out of the way which I command you this day. To go after other gods which ye have not known. What's other gods? Rock and Decker, Allah. Like Jesus. Christians so damn stupid. They think Jesus is the Most High. Now, what sense does that make? If Christ said, "I came to do the will of my Father who sent me," Christ sent himself. And you gotta ask yourself. You gotta stop regurgitating stuff. Stop repeating stuff without analyzing it, man. You're indoctrinated if you think that nonsense. You understand? Same dummies that think Christ wasn't Joseph's son. Good night, man. Man, but yeah, blessing and the curse, man. A blessing if you keep the Most High's commandments, and the curse if you don't. That ain't free will. That's not an ultimate. He's telling you you're going to be cursed if you don't keep my law. But if you do keep my laws, you get blessed. You understand? Not an ultimatum, man. It's a commandment. Keep his law. Don't think otherwise. The reason why Moses said that, because these curses are written in his Bible, is what we live through today. We'll be enduring today. Why Moses said that. You know, real hard-headed damn people. Most I call us stiff neck. That means you're hard-headed. The Most High trying to turn us this way to be righteous. We trying to go this way to be wicked. Hard-headed, man. You don't want to listen. I mean, it's condition. You don't want to listen. You got to obey God, man. We've been obeying the white man too long, and we haven't reaped the benefits for nothing. We get damn destroyed for obeying the white man. What's wrong with obeying God's law? You don't want to run the earth, black man? You don't want to be in a rulership, Hispanic man, North American Native Indian man? You want to be a slave forever? Oh, man. That ain't what the Most High intended this captivity. But we ain't supposed to be comfortable in this captivity. Comfortable being a damn slave. Why in the hell would the Most High say, be a holy people above all people, and then just make us slaves forever? That don't make sense. This is punishment. Punishment ain't forever, but it's to correct you. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's for. Let's just get some scriptures about that, man. You know, because you gotta endure this, man. You gotta endure this. Everything that we're going through, right? Temporary. Pain is temporary. Right? You gotta endure. We just have the Day of Atonement. Why? Because we have to prove to the Most High that we are worthy. We have to prove to the Most High when we suffer during that day, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Like it, Officer Malak said something so heavy. He said, I can't see Officer 5,000 Officer Malak. He said, verbatim, it is a certain level of loyalty that comes with hurting for someone that you love. The Most High wanted us to hurt for the Day of Atonement. We start suffering out. You know, Israel, we go down when it comes to this. Like, that's what we brothers, we be going down. We can eat. That day, you ain't going to eat and drink. You ain't drinking nothing. You ain't eating nothing. We start suffering it. Why? Move to the Most High. We love man. How do we show love to the Most High? Keep His commandments. This Bible, like we just read, man, that's the whole duty of man. Black, Hispanic, North American, it's going to apply to every man. You know how all men created equal in this Constitution, this law? I mean, it's like in this land, the law of their land said all men created equal. They had slaves when that was written. That don't apply to them. Just like this don't apply to them. This is our Constitution, Black man, Hispanic man, North American, Native Indian man. This is what we need to be doing. We need to get down with this. Don't get down with the so-called white man. His wicked ways. You're going against God. He just told you in Proverbs, choose none of his ways. If you choose his ways, it's going against God. Why the hell are you worshiping the creation more than the creator? Scripture says, fear him that can destroy your body and your soul in hell. Don't fear him and just kill the body. That's why we in this truth, man. Listen, the Bible, it's like the book, this book right here, the Bible, talks about reincarnation. The spirit that you get in this truth, and you stay down, you're going to have everlasting life. I mean, if you leave, we don't want to see you leave. If you leave, Lord be with you. That's a battle you ain't going to win. That's a battle you're not going to win. It ain't going to happen. Because the Most High is going to chastise you for breaking his law. The Black, Hispanic, North American, Native Indian, if you've been playing attention in class, that's why we're in this condition, because we broke God. That's why we're in this condition. But what do you want to do to get out of this condition? If we've been breaking God's laws and being disobedient, common sense will tell us that we need to be obedient to get out of this condition. But the so-called white man dumbing you down, being a damn fool like him, You don't think it's possible. You don't think it's attainable. All things are possible when you obey the Most High. We gonna rule the earth, man. That's why the UPK, we stay down in this truth, man. You understand? He ain't supposed to be cornered. He's supposed to be looking at so-called white people who think the grass is green on the other side. That ain't how this works. His laws are not set up for you. The rules he made ain't for you. So therefore, the game is not for you. You gotta learn how to endure, man. Stop being a wimp. You understand? Be a mighty man. That's what the Lord requires of us. Be mighty, be strong. What the Most High requires. They look at some scripture. The Most High, he ain't doing it out of spite. The reason why he's doing it. The reason why we in this condition. In order to get out of this condition, you got to do the opposite of what got you in this condition. You understand? Following the so-called white man who don't believe nothing God said, that ain't gonna help. We've been doing that. Look at the condition here. You gotta keep God's law. Look at this class of the God. That's why it's imperative that you get it. This class is imperative that you get in the truth. And if you in this truth, you stay in the truth. Don't leave. Stay in the truth. Obeying God's laws is essential. Blacks and Hispanics, man. In order to receive salvation, that's what you gotta do. I mean, that's what you gotta do to get the blessing, right? You gotta obey God. That's what you must do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep these laws that be commandments. He's the only one that can get us out of this condition. White man has grown to a superpower. You understand? He ain't just gonna let you go freely. He's modern day Pharaoh. Moses went up to Pharaoh and said, "Let my people go." Leave my slave. Leave my slave to continue to build my empire. That's Trump right there. Even though he deporting our ISUPK brothers and sisters, man, he ain't letting us go fully. That's just to entice the neighborhood racism that he has. He hate for the. That's all that is. The white man is such a damn people. The people who built this stinking country for free, he's deported to show that he's a wicked bastard, to show how racist he is. Like, there come a time where you gotta actually be yourself a reality check. And you come to the realization we've been lied to and been being in this captivity, man, has destroyed our spirit. Or they tried to destroy your spirit. That's why you look at us crazy when you say the white man is the devil and his kingdom is fallen. Because you just can't fathom a life without white people in rulership. You can't fathom it. And he's been ruling for this long. How you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me Christ is gonna come back and destroy him? No, God loves everybody. All these lies, all this deceit, hypnosis, keep you asleep. They don't want you aware of what's going on. That's why you look at us like this some crazy Negroes on the corner yelling at people because we're telling you the truth. We're telling you the truth. Christ was not sent for everybody. God does not love everybody. The only blacks, Hispanics, North American, Native Indians is the Lord chosen people. Boom. That's a lot right there. That's a tough pill to swallow right there in itself. Tough. But it's necessary to come to the realization that it's keeping God's law, what's going to get us that salvation we desperately need. Keeping God's law, you understand, is what's needed to have a more comfort. You gotta do it. Commandments, order. You don't have an ultimatum. Most High don't work like that. Do what he say do. Ain't no other God beside him. Ain't no other God that can save. You understand? Look, you gotta do it, man. You come into this truth, and brothers gonna show you how to do it. It's not grievous. Let's get there. Let's get 1 John 5. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think it's just so difficult because this society teaches you all manners of iniquity. You don't even know what righteousness is. You know what righteousness is. You have no idea how the Most High operates. 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. This is how you prove you love the Most High. For this is the love of God. If we keep His commandments. His commandments are not grievous. Grievous is something bad. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's not going to benefit. That's what grievous. So the Most High say it's not grievous. That means it's going to benefit blacks and it's going to convert Native Indians. It teaches you if you have a problem within your nature, you go seek counseling and solve that problem. Don't be a coward, man, and turn your back on the people. Don't be a filthy race trader. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be like Pharisees, Sadducees, and scribes. Don't be a hypocrite. And then you come into the truth, you humble yourself. You ask questions. That's how you know you're seeking knowledge. You don't know better, right? You got to seek wisdom. You got to seek knowledge. How do you do that? You ask questions. You understand? What you got to do? Ask some questions, man. Come to class. Learn. Strong, mighty men in this truth, man. And YAHANNA raising that army there 144,000. What are you doing? Every day, you got to fight your day. You know what I'm saying? You got to fight that old person you were before you found it. That person right there, that ain't what the Most High satisfied with. Then the Most High, man, protect you. We're going to get that right there. Let's go to 1 John 2 and 3. You know what I'm saying? Good. Our leaders in today's society, man, outside of UPK, they have no idea how to Most High operates. They have no idea. They think God loves everybody, even though they ain't in the Bible. They think God loves you no matter what you do, and in the Bible. As we just read in Deuteronomy, you got to keep His commandments. Don't, curse it. That ain't free will. If God loves us no matter what we do, that is free will. That's not in the Bible. It's contrary to what's in this book. It's only in a separate book of records. That's not in the Bible. Not in it. That's right. That right there is interpretation, proper interpretation. Paul said we was written a 4 times about learning today. You're gonna know what's good. You understand? So if something ain't good, that means it's bad, it's evil. Either righteous or evil. The white man is evil, man. It's evil. Take the people, enslave them, take their culture and identity, give it to another people. All manner of evil have been committed against them. We have not received justice. But guess what? Will come from the Lord. All right, come back with them chariots. You understand? You would sit into the so-called UFOs. That's how you know this guy, this Bible is real. You got to do the work. You got to put the work in. You got to show that you're sincere in all your past sins that you've done with that life. You got to show it, man. Most times it's all about showing proof. Prove that you're worthy of being saved. Prove that your salvation, that you're so desperately seeking. Prove that you need that. Prove that you're worthy of salvation. Let me just say that. All right. Prove that you're worthy of salvation. Because the stuff that we doing in today's society, man, you ain't proving that you're worthy of salvation. God does not love you no matter what you do. I hate to break it to you. His love comes with conditions, like any father. You understand? This is 1 John chapter 2, verse 3. And hereby we do know that we know him if we keep his commandments. He that saith I know him and keepeth not his commandments is a liar. Truth is not in him. So Christian church whole philosophy, God loves you no matter what you do. God loves you. Right? Right here it says, if you keep not this commandment, you are a liar. The truth is not in you. You know why we so damn destroyed as a people? Because we've been believing lies. Well, that drives us insane. When look, no matter how hard the truth is, you tell that person the truth. They can process the truth. But making them believe a lie, or allowing them to believe a lie, that's a tough pill to swallow. Like, you lied to me. I believe what you told me. You lied to me. What else have you lied to me? You understand? The white man told you you ain't no Jew, black man. Better North American native Indian man. Meanwhile, Jewish people in Israel right now. Jew ain't no Jew. A lie. You are the real. Jew is an abbreviation of the tribe of Judah. It's a specific tribe, blood tribe. We all God's chosen people. So just calling yourself a Jew, it's slang. You know what I'm saying? We all live. This is an abbreviation. Like Spock, Issachar right in my slave. His name is Christopher. Everybody call him Chris. Why? Abbreviation. So Christopher derived from Christopher. So Jew derives from Judah. It's just a specific tribe. Christ comes from that tribe. You understand? Christ comes from the tribe of Judah. The Most High man is judge, but we got to prove that we're worthy of this him stretching out his hand and save us. What good would it be for the Most High to come back and save us if he's trying to save the oppressor? That's contrary, man. It's contrary to what the Most High wants to do. And you ain't gonna know the truth unless you get in the ISUPK and commanded your YAHANNA. That's the only way you can receive the truth. There's so many lies spread throughout this earth, man. You ain't in the truth, it's gonna be hard to navigate through these lies with this wicked kingdom. You understand? They did their best to try to destroy this Bible or the violence per se. You ain't gonna destroy it with the word. They tried to indoctrinate us, just like they indoctrinated us, right? That's why we don't know who we are as a people. You know what I'm saying? We have no idea. We have no idea. We're going to go to the book of Acts, 5, verse 39. But if it be of God, you cannot overthrow it. It's happily found even to fight against God. That's the so-called fight. He's going to try to fight against God. In Christ's return, he's going to try. He's going to fail miserably, but he's going to try. I mean, if you enslave the people and they built the greatest kingdom on earth, when you try to fight to keep your workers, when you try to fight to keep your corporation going, that's all America is, big business. The transatlantic slave trade was big business. They knew exactly who they was coming to do. Same people who built ancient Egypt, they know exactly who they was coming to do. You understand? Most High wants to deliver us out of this place. Before he does that, we got to show that we're worthy of it. You got to humble yourself to get in this truth, man. You understand? What you got to do. You got to get in the truth because it's essential to our salvation. And like, when you come into this truth, everything you thought you knew, you got to throw it in the garbage. That's what it is. Garbage. It has nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? And it's simply just, it's the reason why we in this position. Believing lies drives you insane. You want to know why so many women are like destroyed when the man they thought was going to be with them forever leaves? Not only is it an abandonment play, right? They believe everything that man told them, and he just walked up out of their life. Like she doesn't have. That's what white people have done. Told us lies. They treat us like we don't have it. Then turn around and insult to intelligence and say they love you. It's not love. Slaving the people is not love. Don't give a damn what they say. You can say you love me all you want. But actions speak louder than words. That's something you heard when you was legit, you was young kid growing up. Actions speak louder than words. Person can say one thing and do another. That's what makes it contradictory. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is just God. You gotta prove worthy. You gotta prove yourself worthy. Make your election sure by keeping His laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way we can get about this condition. I know y'all tired of watching the news, seeing another black lady being abducted, a woman being abducted, black Hispanic North American Native Indian men flying senselessly. You know what I'm saying? It's heartbreaking. I know. We got to go through this. You understand? In order to get out of this condition. What you must do? What you got to do, man? You know how the U.S. Constitution was saying at least talking about liberty and justice for all. I remember when I was a kid in fourth grade. Devil, this white devil. She got so red in the face because I didn't stand up and say believe. I'm talking about heated. I mean, she wanted the principal to suspend me. Like I told the principal, I'm like, look, I was playing the game all night. I stayed up late. If I stand up, I might fall out. I'm a kid. I'm in fourth grade. This devil was heated. I didn't stand up for that pledge of allegiance. It ain't got nothing to do with it. It's so wicked. These people are devils. We supposed to be one nation under God, liberty and justice for all, right? Only a certain race of people never receive justice. Justice for all, but you got people in ghettos, parties, on reservations. You know what I'm saying? White people love to call us lazy, but they number one in government assistance, aka welfare. You know what I'm saying? We go to 2 Peter 2:19. I know I'm pulling out scriptures with the quickest, but hey, sometimes I be thinking 2 hours ain't enough. There's enough time to go through stuff that we need to be knowing. Knowing these scriptures is essential. Essential. 2 Peter 2:19. While they promise them liberty, they themselves are servants of corruption. For of who a man is overcome, the same he is brought in bondage. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's the pledge of allegiance? Liberty and justice for all. We just read it. They promise us liberty, but they themselves are servants of corruption. You know what I'm saying? It's a lie. Let's look up the definition of liberty. That's what we're going to do. We do research. Liberty is the state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political views. Good, damn. We just read it. This is biblical. This is how you know this Bible got everything to do with black and Hispanic. Just read in 2 Peter 2:19, man. You understand? While they promised them liberty, they themselves are servants of corruption. They told us be free, but they still got laws intact in effect that oppress blacks, Hispanics, and North American Native Indians. What's the law of the U.S. Constitution? You know what's so crazy? I remember when my uncle got out of prison. He was in Islam, right? He swore Farrakhan had a solution to fix it, right? I'm like, Farrakhan is a puppet. He ain't got no power. He ain't raised enough soldiers. I'm like, how in the hell can you sit up and say that when we still under this oppressive foot? Man, you a free man. That's my uncle. You a free man. No, you just a slave in the mind. No, we slaves on this land. You understand? But the U.S. Constitution established the three-fifths compromise. What is that? The North wanted to tax the South. Every 5 slaves, only 3 will be accounted for taxation purposes. So you're going to be considered a citizen for taxation purposes. The other 2 could be dead, Who knows? We don't know if they're dead. We don't know if they're unalive or alive. We don't know. That's what the free is compromise. You sit up here telling me that we free, those laws are still in effect. We ain't free until this person gets burned to the ground. Christ and the chariots come. That's when we'll be free. Don't get me wrong. You in the truth, you ain't oppressed, but you understand the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand that, but you are not free. You're not free. Try to leave this country without a passport and see how free you are. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a fool to do it. The reason why I said that is because it's proof, it's furthermore proof that we are not free. You know what else you need the passport? You need that plantation. You need the passport. You ain't gonna leave Master Plantation because he might think you're gonna run away. You understand? You gotta endure this, man. Endure this filthy kingdom and choose none of the ways of its oppression. You gotta suffer for the greater good of your nation. That's what you must do. We just did it for the Day of Atonement. We suffer with each other. What we do in the UPK. Brotherhood and sisterhood is essential to get our salvation, to receive the salvation. Forgive one another, man. Like Christ said, love one another. What we got to do. You understand? You ain't going to be able to get out of this condition unless you do that. You know what I'm saying? It's essential to building this nation. What we got to do? Go to John chapter 14, verse 15. If you love me, keep my commandments. This written and read, this Christ talking. This our King, Yahweh Mashiach talking. If you love me, keep my commandments. And I will pray the Father. He shall give you another comfort, that he may abide with you forever. You understand? That's what our King said, man. You got to obey his commandments. What's Christ's commandment? The Most High commandment. They want one accord. You understand? They two different entities, right? But the Most High and Christ are in one. Christ doing what the Most High said to do. Christ never sinned. He never broke God's law. That's why he's the Son of God. He's the perfect Son. Right? You got to endure this kingdom, man. Wicked. Wicked as hell. It was never meant for us. Why we don't thrive in this society. You know how you thrive in this society? You got to become like the oppressor. You got to become white power. You got to hate your home. You got to sell out. That's how you get accepted by these devils. They're never accepted. Just let that sink in. You think the more you be like them, you're going to get accepted? Seeking validation from people who despise you is insane. They don't want us at their damn table. So make our own. This is us making our own. You want to know how we are separate from this society? We do what the Most High say do. Most High, long suffering. You understand? Let's go to Proverbs 3:11 before we get up out of here. It's Black, Hispanics, North American, Native Indians, y'all got to quit thinking the Most High is speaking them. No, he's doing this to show you that you need to obey him. You understand? And you need to stop choosing the oppressor's ways. You must stop. Proverbs 3:11. We're going right back to the book of Proverbs. King Solomon was the wise man. You understand? What you got to do? You got to obey God. You got to obey God. Proverbs 3:11. My son, despise not the chastity of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. For whom the Lord loveth, he corrected. Like he corrected. Even as a father, son, in whom he delights. So the Most High is punishing us, and it got us in captivity under these damn devils because it's for correction. You understand? That's what it's for. It ain't for you to thrive in this society and become like so-called white men. You understand? That's not what the Most High intends us to be like. We're supposed to be perfect. You understand? To be in His true plan is a blessing. It's a blessing because we know when we obey God, we get out of this position. You know what I'm saying? I love Black Hispanic education. That's why I'm in this truth. I could be a selfish, filthy bastard, Lord forbid. You understand? Shalom, Jewish. I could be a selfish, wicked bastard. But I'm not. In the ISUPK, the community of YAHANNA, we love our people. How do we show we love our people? We help fix them. Like Christ said, no greater love than a man lay down his life for his friends. Man, these are my friends. These are my brothers and my sisters. For the truth, I ain't know none of them. We are one nation. We are the nation I desire. That's why we got to obey the Most High so we can rule the earth, man. I haven't seen my people die senselessly, hopelessly. But what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? You ain't getting this truth, man. All you're doing is enabling this society for oppression. You have self-hatred. It's safe to say that. If you ain't in this truth, you embody self-hatred. Instead of any class, shalom.